Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chantex Multimedia live streaming for Australian Indian radio. And today we have lots to talk to you about, but of course my apologies for we are beginning a little bit late because of some technicalities, but here we are. Today, of course, we know that very soon we'll be heading off to the funeral formalities for Duncan Pegg, and that is happening at the Gabba, and a big crowd is expected there on this very overcast day, and the overcast day, but it's 15 degrees and cloudy right here in Brisbane. So so that's what's happening. And right now we'll go and see if we can join the live cast of what's being forecast for Queensland in terms of our restrictions. And if we are able to join in with our crew there, we will bring that to you in 1 minute.
Keep saying, I can't emphasise it enough. Please get tested if you have any symptoms. All of our fever clinics across the state are opening. They're ready to surge if there are more people who come forward. So please, just come forward and get tested.
Look, the only Killian family was the
Yes.
so that was very good that he got to see his dad. There was another example we had last night, O'Day family, the nursing home said, happy to have this daughter come from London, we'll put measures in place.
Yeah.
Sadly, she had to watch him die on Skype. I know it's very sad, but has there been a change in policy? Why is that different to the Killian family?
It's no different. So we've said now that we have a new process in place. We will move people to one of our 5 networked hospitals. So we have 5 hospitals that have developed a lot of expertise in managing COVID cases. They are the Royal Brisbane Hospital, the Prince Charles, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast and Cairns. So anyone who does want to see someone, they're unfortunately at end of life, can be moved to one of those 5 hospitals, and then we can organise if that person can come safely from another state, if they've ended up in quarantine in another state. And so the Killian family chartered a plane to safely get, and New South Wales supervised that process to make sure no one was put at risk, because of course our national policy in Australia today is that you must quarantine for 14 days at your port of arrival, but we worked with New South Wales to enable that couple to safely charter a flight, manage the risks there, come into Queensland, and we safely managed their transfer to the Gold Coast Hospital, where the gentleman who's unfortunately towards end of life was transferred. We can do that for other people as well, and that is a change in process. You're correct.
Is there the teething problems there because an hour later this family was told that the change in policy, that man died? Are there teething problems?
Well, it takes more than an hour, unfortunately, to go and organise that. So people, the best advice I've got is that if people do want to see relatives towards end of life, as soon as they know that person is towards end of life, they need to go to the Commonwealth and to get a visa to enter the country. So there are processes there. They need to start that work as quickly as they can, because we know that's actually quite a lengthy process. Our process can be put in place quite quickly. The lengthier part is getting that exemption from the Commonwealth, and they should travel as soon as they can.
Dr. Young, I understand that in Sydney that there are cases that have been picked up beyond those 4 LGA areas. Are you confident that the measures you're putting in place will be enough?
I am confident, because we have now declared all 35 LGAs of not only metropolitan Sydney, but the surrounding LGAs of Wollongong, Shellharbour, Blue Mountains and Central Coast. So people will need an exemption from any of those LGAs from the 24th of June to come into Queensland, unless of course they're a Queensland resident. But all of those people need to go into hotel quarantine, and I'm confident that that will protect Queenslanders. Yes, thank you for that.
Are you expecting to see cases though over the next little while here?
I am expecting to see cases, and as I've always said, I want to see the first case in the cluster. I mean, I cannot commend more what happened the other day with our Portuguese-related cluster, if I could call it that. Those 7 people have all been, the last several of them, in quarantine at the time that they were found to be cases and were not out in the community. So if we can find the earliest cases in a cluster, we can then have all of the other people in quarantine, as we did with that recent cluster, so they're not a threat to anyone. So we really and truly need to find the first case in a cluster, and then our contact tracers can get on with their business. And the fact that everyone is now using those Queensland check-in apps makes it so easy for us, because we can immediately, just instantaneously, get the data, send out a message to those people and say you're at risk. Whereas before...
Dr. Janet Young, our future Governor of Queensland, and of course she has handled this situation here marvelously. She's done a wonderful job of that. Well, right now, looking ahead at the weekend, don't forget that this is the last weekend of this month. So what's going to happen is the Music Junction. So tomorrow night from 6 p.m. is the Music Junction, and this time we have none other than the Nightingale of Brisbane, Usha Sivakula, and hosted by RJ Sabi. The show will include evergreen Bollywood numbers such as this.
रहे न रहे हम महका करेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में रहे न रहे हम So, ladies and gentlemen, that's something to look forward to tomorrow night. Get yourself, set yourself in front of a big TV and, have your drinks and snacks ready and get ready for that wonderful melodious voice with some beautiful evergreen Bollywood numbers coming your way. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we know today, we have to rush off to Duncan Pegg's funeral, and there's also so much more that's happening right here in Brisbane. Let's take a look at functions and events that are taking place right here in Brisbane this weekend, and there's a lot that's happening, and we'll try and see if we can cover most of them on the show here today.
So there were, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of functions and events taking place today. And don't forget, close to my heart, the musical concert that's happening today as well. Wonderful show. And of course, Queensland Sangeet Mela has the classical concert. Again, some very, very talented and renowned artists performing there as well. And of course, the Ghazal Night by Arya Samaj. All three musical concerts in one night. What's happening in Brisbane? I think we need to have some functions on Friday nights. Saturday nights always becomes a lot of class. And if someone's trying to call me, please don't, because I've misplaced my phone. What it means is I might have a very productive day without my phone, but if someone is trying to contact me urgently, please pass on the message via Usha. Phone number is 0419 775 416. My phone is somewhere here. It will come to me in this mad rush this morning with so many things happening. It's somewhere. And we will try and bring to you all the updates once again tomorrow. But right for now, as the funeral is taking place at the Geba, and there's so many people coming in, and as has been mentioned, the note that came out is that please do not bring umbrellas. Umbrellas are not allowed in the Geba. So you're allowed to bring your ponchos and raincoats, but because it looks like it's going to be okay. Looking outside, it's 15 degrees and cloudy. It's not raining, but wet weather was forecast. So that's why that warning was set out. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been wonderful having your company in this very short weekend version. I'd leave you with a message from our sponsors.
GlobeNet Realty. GlobeNet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Washa Chandra, Director of GlobeNet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. GlobeNet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. GlobeNet Realty. Real estate is our world.
And real estate is there well, and don't forget that every Wednesday we have the real estate update with Usha Chandra, which is then rebroadcast on the Australian Indian radio. Well, like as I mentioned, that tomorrow happens to be the last Sunday of the month, and last Sunday of the month we have the Music Junction right here. And on the Music Junction this month we have the Nightingale of Brisbane, Usha Sivakula, and she's presenting evergreen Bollywood numbers, and beautiful numbers as you have just heard from there, and hosted by the lovely RJ Savi. So you can the choice is yours. You can go via the Facebook, or you could go on the YouTube channel of Australian Indian Radio and join into that beautiful music concert. Streamed live. When it says live music, so it doesn't mean that the show is happening live, meaning it's a live stream of music presented live, and a very beautiful program, and what a selection of songs, melodious numbers, and you will really appreciate the way Savi presents that show. And of course, Usha Sivikula, that amazing voice of Brisbane for such a long time, and it's amazing that the two and the combination of the two will be on show tomorrow night. We'd like to see you all there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now it's time to say goodbye, and thank you so much for joining in as usual in this really short segment today on the weekend edition. Everyone have a wonderful day and a very good weekend, but please, please, please do remain safe. As we know, restrictions are easing, but if you look at what's happening down south Sydney and Melbourne, we need to be very, very careful and vigilant. So here's a little bit more taste of what's coming tomorrow night at Music Junction. and and much more, my ladies and numbers, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. right here on this channel. So get ready, get set. We'll see you all then. Until then, it's goodbye from me.